It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Nnamdi Kanu and Igboho should listen as Governor Sanwo-Olu says God is involved in Nigeria's journey. The news in full. According to Vanguard newspaper, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu urged Nigerians to always appreciate God for keeping the country together despite its multifaceted challenges. Speaking after a special prayer for Nigeria organized by the National Headquarters of Redeemed Christian Church of God, Throne of Grace Parish in Ebute Metta, Lagos, Sanwo-Olu said he believed that God is involved in the affairs of Nigeria. Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and founder of Eastern Security Network, while Sunday Igboho is an activist that is fighting for Yoruba Nation, and Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho have been seeking for the division of Nigeria without knowing that Nigeria cannot divide, the analyst says. Nevertheless, the writer is of the opinion that Governor Sanwo-Olu's statement is quite related to the happenings between Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, and the federal government, saying that they need to listen because God is involved in Nigeria's journey. Therefore, Sunday Igboho should know that Nigeria cannot be divided. And secondly, both of them, that is Kanu and Igboho, should know that Nigeria is a country that believes in unity, peace, and progress. And it is boldly written on the coat of arms, so nothing will ever break the unity. Therefore, the governor of Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu, of which his special advisor, Joe Igbokwe, was actually the one that the indigenous people of Biafra allegedly went to his house at Inewi and burnt down his old building while he has a CCTV footage of how this was done, where they brought down some jerry can and petrol, using that to burn down his old house. Although Joe Igbokwe had put down this video on his Facebook page, however, this was actually what happened because the IPOB and Joe Igbokwe had actually been not on a good term, while one of the IPOB members, Simon Ekpa, at the time told Joe Igbokwe that he was going to die, and Igbokwe is of the opinion that these people do not want Nigeria to stay together, and for that reason, it would not be on their side. And therefore, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has also appraised a late military man who was detribalized and committed to the unity of Nigeria.
That the late Rear Admiral Ndubuisi Godwin Kanu was indeed a great Nigerian. He was a detribalized Nigerian. He was an outstanding military officer. He was a gentleman and an enviable admiral. And this is Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State describing the late Rear Admiral Ndubuisi Kanu, who was a former military administrator of Lagos State as at his time, and he actually shows condolences, urging people to learn from the simplicity and sense of service that he lived his life for, saying that he was dedicated to the just cause of having a better Nigeria, and that he will be dearly missed because of the vacuum that death has created as an elder statesman and an outstanding military officer, and also an enviable admirer, saying that it could be recalled that Ndubuisi Kanu, who is a retired naval officer and the former military administrator of Imo State between 1976 and 1977, was said to have died on Wednesday, January 12, at the age of 77. And while Governor Sanwo-Olu is urging that on behalf of the Lagos State people, that they will be doing 2 events in one, and they will be having a proper church service for him, and having a day of tribute for him, because there is nothing that they can do that will be too enough to celebrate these giants of our time, saying that without any remorse, fear, or doubt, that he actually appreciates. I want to say that the late Rear Admiral, was actually indeed a great Nigerian, and he was an outstanding military officer. In conjunction to this, Joe Igbokwe who was actually the special advisor to the Lagos State on drainage and water, had actually said that he was happy because, and he celebrated Nnamdi Kanu of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB arrest, and this should not be missed with the late Real Admiral who died, and Governor Sanwo-Olu was actually commending. This is the Lagos State, an aide to the Lagos State Governor Joe Igbokwe, who shared a picture of him kneeling with arms raised in celebration of the arrest, revealing why he celebrated the news specially. Igbokwe said it was because Nnamdi Kanu had placed a fatwa on him and his children. According to him, Nnamdi Kanu asked his boys to behead him anywhere he was found. In a statement Tuesday titled, "Thank God I survived Nnamdi Kanu's madness," Igbokwe said that aside himself and his children, Kanu also included on the list, on the kill on sight list, those who speak against his dreamland called Biafra. It reads, "Nnamdi Kanu asked his boys to behead me anywhere they see me. They did not spare my children, as they extended the same fatwa to them. He also did not spare the names of every other persons who speak against his dreamland Biafra. While they were looking for me, I sought the face of God hours on end, because I know that to kneel is to win. It was a big battle. Friends were calling me. Family shouted from the rooftop that I should lie low. My children said I was putting them in constant danger. My wife complained and shouted. But when she discovered that I cannot change, she resorted to seek the face of God also. My family lived in fear. When they could not get me, they resorted to calling my phones to pour invectives. They threatened my children. At the drop of a hat on my Facebook page, the children of 8 Nnamdi Kanu trained and nurtured for years in abuse and hate, bigotry, primordial sentiment, ethnic preoccupation, will come in their thousands to rain abuse with all kinds of unprintable words. They cannot even read what he wrote to understand the trajectory. I endured it all. When they noticed that I am not bothered, they resorted to propaganda and heckling. First, they said I was jogging in Lagos and collapsed and died. Secondly, they said I was beaten up in Lagos by IPOB members. Just last week, they came up with same story that I was beaten up. In quick succession, they said my house in Inewi has been burnt down. All these were triggered to weaken my resolve, but they do not know me. When I believe in something, I hardly give up. Now, what is my offense? I do not want Biafra, and I gave 20 reasons why it cannot stand in the 21st century. I said that Igbo have not spoken, and Nnamdi Kanu is a baby to dictate the fate of 40 million Igbo in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu never liked this. At the time, I asked for a debate, and he said I am too small to face him. Nnamdi Kanu carried on with his suicide mission, and today, I cannot tell the member of young Igbo that have been wasted in the last 1 year. Therefore, Nnamdi Kanu was extradited to Nigeria to give an account of his deadly activities. We are assembling all his videos and all his atrocities and his verbal assault on Nigeria and Nigerians. The brutal killing of more than 100 policemen in the southeast alone, the burning and destruction of police stations, breaking of prison gates to set prisoners free, killing of ordinary Igbo who did not believe in their antics, burning trucks and goods. Nnamdi Kanu will tell us a lot in the courts in the days ahead when the chiefs.
Thanks for listening.